Recording. Hi. Hello, Soul Sister Circle. Welcome to the Raw and Real with Donna and Kohava. We are here to shine some light upon your, and love and perspective upon your journey. Hey, Donna, how are you?
I am wonderful. How are you today?
I'm very good. I'm so
Good.
happy that we are here together. So let me introduce myself. I know most of you know me, but I'm Kohava Howard. My passion in mentoring an intuitive introvert empath to thrive and grow with ease. And Donna.
Hi, I am Donna Brown with Barefoot Hippie Life Essentials, and I empower people to take back their health during times of flare ups with autoimmune and hormonal issues, both all
Mhm.
physically, mentally, and emotionally. So,
Love it.
yeah.
Powerful, powerful.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about fear and how fear is holding us back from really fully showing up and accomplishing everything that we need to do in life. So, and being free of who we are. But
Mhm.
fear bring up so many limiting beliefs surfacing up for us that that it's really taking over the driver's seat instead of us taking the driver's seat. What
Mhm.
do you have saying about that?
That is very true. And one of the biggest things that I think that we're working on right now, and just in general in life with everybody, is those old limiting beliefs. So right now it seems like a lot of fear within ourselves,
Mm.
right, are coming up and showing us those old limiting beliefs that we have going on still within ourselves that we still need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of my favorite acronyms, can I throw out an acronym? Because I love
Yeah,
say this
go for
acronym
it.
all the time to myself. And
Uh-huh.
I'm saying it a lot right now, right? Which is false evidence appearing real,
Uh-huh.
which spells out fear, right? False, fear, evidence. Also, some people see it as false emotions
Uh-huh.
appearing real, which I like that one too, because with old limiting beliefs, those are old emotions, right? That are
Yeah.
coming up. So, and the funny thing too is now I feel like more than ever, I'm having to really walk into things in fear, walk into the fear and just
Mm-hmm.
show myself that it's not, it's really false. It's really not something that's horrible that's going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
because the last time I did it, maybe something didn't quite go the way I wanted it to.
Courageously showing
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah,
Showing
and do it
just like
anyway.
today.
Yes. And
Do
showing up
it.
and do it anyway. Exactly. Like
Yeah.
today. So yeah, so for me, fear used to really rule my life. My fear used to be my coping protection system, where it's telling me where I do not need to go in order to stay safe and comfortable. That's my coping mechanism. And I held back my voice out of fear of being disliked, or that nobody will hear me, or being judged and being like visible, like what we're doing now, and being judged and staying in a uh, I stayed in even jobs that I didn't really even like, but I
Mm-hmm.
stayed it because of fear, because this is the comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Is it familiar for
Yes.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's really funny because not only did I stay in a job I didn't like, but I was scared to death to quit the job. You know, not only did I not like the job, but I was scared of I was afraid of hurting somebody,
Mm-hmm.
or putting extra work on somebody, or you know, and that's kind of a weird fear to have too. But it was a huge fear of mine, was disappointing somebody by advancing for myself, or leaving a job that I wasn't happy with and was, taking the soul completely out of me to
Mm-hmm.
go. So heaven forbid I should take care of Donna, right? I need to take care of the world.
So we are putting ourselves in the bottom of the list because of the fear, because everybody is more important.
Right.
from us. Yeah, and that was holding me back from really showing up fully, and instead, and like I said, to let go of profound opportunities that's coming up my ways,
Mm-hmm.
because it's, oh my gosh, it's overwhelming. I can't even deal with failure, because failure, it's a sense of fear.
Mm-hmm.
And but that was then.
Right.
And even now there are some fears that's surfacing up, like especially with coaches, like going live on Facebook and not losing the words,
Yes.
especially if English is my second language.
Yes.
And again, but uh, but the courage to really find this courage and confidence to do it anyway,
Mm-hmm.
even if you feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the most what how I see it. So when I in order to find it, really I was looking for the empowerment from within, the feminine power of doing and not pushing
Mm-hmm.
the fear, but instead of embrace it and see where it is coming from and
Mm-hmm.
working from there. Because more I was pushing it, more it was surfacing up. It's like, hello, look at me, I need your attention. And so it was, I was missing an important element of the feminine leadership when I practice courage and invite the courageous women to break through and start to showing up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most, and really embracing the feminine within me
Mm-hmm.
and seeing my qualities and what I'm worth and knowing that I am enough. Is it familiar for you?
Yes, very familiar. You know, it's really funny when you were saying that, because one of the things that I think those of us that were paralyzed by fear, not literally paralyzed, but physically, or you know what I mean, not literally paralyzed, but
Mm-hmm.
just that
Yeah.
paralyzing feeling of, oh my gosh, I can't move forward. I think we make really good coaches and teachers because we've been there. You know, we've been a part of that paralyzing, oh my gosh, I can't move
Real and
forward.
raw.
Exactly, exactly. And
Yes.
so I think in order to empower women to actually step into that fear, because that's not what we have been taught, at least a lot of us in our generation, we were not taught to step up and be
Yeah.
empowered and take our lives and do what our soul wants us to do and move forward. And so to actually be able to sit here and have this conversation with you and actually, stand up and go, but my passion is coaching people, and my passion is helping people move forward and finding that and empowering them to take back their health, to take back their mental thought processes, and to let the little ego know that, hey, I understand you're trying to help me, and I think that's awesome and amazing, but how about we work together?
Yeah.
Yes.
And educate them to know that we all real and all we all in the same boat.
Right.
And as I empower myself, I empower others to be themselves
Mhm.
and to really shine and rise. So the fear of expressing who I am and what I believe in. So it's so important to show in what you believe in.
Right. And one of the things that really, really helped me to get to that, to work with the fear, because I think that's what you're trying to say, is we have the fear and now we've got to work with it to find out why. It's
Mm-hmm.
never what we think it is, right? We think it's because when we were 5 years old, we got laughed at in Sunday school or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
So, but really, that's really not what's really going on. And so we've got to be able to really embrace that fear and journal on it or meditate on it or whatever works for you, and ask those tough questions. What are you showing me here? What am I looking at? And then keep asking the questions as things come up, so that you can keep, and then by the time you get to that eighth or ninth question, you're like, oh, wow, this had absolutely nothing to do with when I was 5 years old and got laughed
Exactly.
at.
Not even real. Yes, I have a few also steps of how I process the work with fear, right? So we have a few giveaways for you. So first is really welcome the fear.
Hmm.
And it is knowing that it's our coping mechanism. It's part of who we are. It's really ingrained in our DNA, but it doesn't have to be
Hmm.
in a driver's seat, as I mentioned, because it's always going to be there. It's how calming the fear and understanding the fear. Second is understanding the fear. It's what the underline, what is that limiting belief that is trying to tell us.
Hmm.
Third is get physical and mental clarity. For me, it's dancing, is really moving my body in order to release. Some people, it's EFT, tapping, or a brain gym. There are so many ways to release. So, for some is running or yoga. Now the fourth is for creative. Get creative, so express yourself with journaling, art, singing, whatever it's gonna your soul wanna express your fear with those elements. Fifth is creating courageous habits. Push yourself to try new things no matter what. Be comfortable with the being uncomfortable. And
Do it
being
anyway.
brave. What?
And do it anyway.
Exactly. Make a peace with vulnerability. And
Hmm.
there are so many other steps and so many other ways to deal with fear. Do you have anything to add?
Those are all really
Elizabeth?
great ones. And my favorite way is EFT. And I know
Uh-huh.
you like dancing. And I like movement. As a matter of fact, before we got on this call today, I was still trying to tweak some things, and I was walking and dancing and talking to my daughter on the phone, and all of a sudden, just in the middle of a conversation, it just hit me. So for me, I need to talk it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very so I'll stand in front of a mirror and
Mm-hmm.
talk to myself or pretend somebody else is standing there. I like to use my oils. Um, I'm,
Beautiful.
I'm always puffing oils. As a matter of fact, I did it before we got on the call today. so, there's just so many different ways, but the biggest takeaway that I think people really need to know from both of us is that you have to face the fear. And fear, we need fear. I mean, that, right? We need fear
Oh,
because there
that's
are times
second.
that we need to, like, get out of a situation or get out of or whatever is going on.
That's
But
right.
we can't let it hold us back from moving forward in what our soul wants us to do. So, like you said in one of your steps, and I'm sorry I don't remember which one now, but you need to face the fear and try new things
Mm-hmm.
and be okay with being comfortable. So not only are you trying to be okay with the fear, but you're also trying to be okay with being uncomfortable within the fear
Yes.
and doing it anyway and showing up. And when you walk away, I think that you'll find that, oh my gosh, it went way better than I thought it could have ever gone, you know? And
It's
and then
exciting. There
you're
is
ready
this
for the next one,
excitement.
because the more you step into the fear and do it anyway, the easier it becomes.
Yeah, because that's how we training the reptile brain to really working with the fear, the fear that it paralyze you, and
Hmm.
work with the fear that will take you forward.
Right.
So working, the more we do it, the better. And believe me, I know how it feels. The more I did Facebook Live,
Yeah.
I feel, and it's getting better and better.
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think those
Yeah,
are some really great um, takeaways to help
I
to help
know.
people get started. I think those are very, very powerful steps and good ways to actually start stepping in and start small. Don't start with this great big huge grandiose thing. Start
Mm-hmm.
small, you know, maybe okay, you don't want to do a live, maybe do a video and upload it.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you don't like going to the store by yourself. Go in and grab one item and check out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Start small. It doesn't, I think sometimes, I know for me, we get into this thing of, oh my gosh, I got to do something big or it's not going to make a difference. I'm not going to know a difference.
Small
But
steps.
baby steps are better than no steps. That's one of
Yeah,
my favorite things that I use with my clients all the time. Baby steps
I
are better than no
agree.
steps.
I agree.
So yeah.
So let's take a moment to center ourselves, just to really channel this beautiful day, and working through fear and knowing it's just a beautiful stepping stone towards something bigger and greater, as long as we taking those stepping stones as pearls of wisdom and taking them one at a time, and really stepping up to our higher self in order to show up fully and freely to be who we are. So have a blissful day, be courageous, be happy, and we'll see you next time. Bye, Donna.
Bye.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye.